Real estate in the Dominican Republic is literally on fire right now. It is in very high demand among buyers. Both investors are purchasing, as well as retirees who want to spend their golden years in a tropical paradise. And today we're going to talk about the different areas. I would highlight 4 areas that are the most popular among buyers. First is the Punta Cana area, a large region with many small towns. Some are more luxurious, others less so. The most budget-friendly option is Bávaro. A luxurious option is Punta Cana, but these are small resort towns. What are the pros and cons? First of all, it's very close to the airport, just 15 minutes away. That is a plus. Secondly, there is well-developed infrastructure. Everything is built here: hospitals, many restaurants, shops, supermarkets, and large malls. So it's more or less civilized. And that, of course, is also a plus. The downsides: as a rule, these are complexes located on the 2nd, 3rd, or even 4th line from the beach, and these are mostly small complexes. Of course, there are a few large complexes under construction, but mostly these are small complexes, literally about 100 by 100 meters. Many have their own private beaches. Usually these small complexes are attached to a specific beach you can go to. It's a beach club with no locals, expensive sunbeds, pools, a restaurant, bars, and more. That's regarding this area. Another benefit here is it's quite affordable. For example, you can easily buy a 2-bedroom apartment here for around $230,000 to $240,000. The next area is my favorite. I've talked about it a lot and filmed many videos about it. It's Cap Cana. Cap Cana is being developed very actively. There's a lot of construction, and probably in 3 or 4 years, it will become an incredibly luxurious area. But Cap Cana is already a brand. It's a different level. It's a territory enclosed with 120 kilometers of coastline. Magnificent beaches, the best beaches, and the corresponding real estate. There are also many restaurants here, all necessary infrastructure. A large football complex has already been built, a water park, stables, even a shooting club, as well as numerous sports facilities like tennis courts and more. And this is the best golf in the DR. The 2 top golf courses are located here in Cap Cana. There's also a marina for yachts with magnificent vessels, and the landscaping is truly excellent. There are no fences anywhere. Everything is wonderful. The only downside is the price. Today, the prices here are already quite high. You can buy a 1-bedroom apartment there starting from $270,000. These are large 1-bedroom units, each about 1,000 square feet. A 2-bedroom apartment, about 12, 13, or 1,400 square feet, will cost around $370,000 and up. This is the second popular area. I consider it one of the 2 most promising areas. I'll share my favorite in the Dominican Republic at the end. The third area is Dominicus. Dominicus is quite a large area, and perhaps it's better to talk about a smaller part that is included in Dominicus, Bayahibe. This area is also very interesting. Its downside is that it's located far from Punta Cana Airport, about an hour's drive, around 50 minutes. There is the La Romana Airport nearby, about 20 to 25 minutes away, but there are far fewer flights. There are about 60 flights a week from Toronto to Punta Cana, while there are far fewer flights to La Romana. This is the third area. So its advantages are that until recently, it was actually just a small fishing village. There is a large piece of land there now being developed, kilometers of new construction. When it's all built, it will be entirely new. Currently, there's almost no infrastructure yet, so life is slow-paced, but infrastructure is coming. Restaurants are already there, some shops too. There aren't big supermarkets yet, but those will come over time. The advantages are that the ocean there is better than in Punta Cana because it's the Caribbean Sea. And of course, the beaches there are better. The downside, lack of infrastructure. But an even bigger advantage is the price. The prices there are still very reasonable right now, let's put it that way. And you can buy a good two-bedroom apartment for around $200,000 to $210,000 if we're talking about this patch of new developments. Now, the fourth area is the Samaná Peninsula. Probably the most popular place there is the town of Las Terrenas. Pros. The nature here is unique, unlike Dominicus, Punta Cana, or Cap Cana, which are flat, while the Samaná Peninsula is mountainous. The landscapes here resemble Costa Rica more than anywhere else. Excellent roads have been built, many winding serpentine routes, all in perfect condition with flawless asphalt and reflectors. So everything is really great, and the region is developing very quickly. The advantages, the first is that about 3/4, if not more, of the Samaná Peninsula is untouched nature with absolutely unique beaches. If you live in Las Terrenas, it's just a 15 to 20-minute drive, and you find yourself on deserted beaches with white sand and blue water nestled among cliffs. There are beaches stretching for kilometers. There are small coves where it's pleasant to relax with no other vacationers. The second advantage is that the city is developing quickly and much has already been built. There are many restaurants, 2 supermarkets, and a city beach, which is very different from Punta Cana. In Punta Cana, there will be a lot of people on the beach, but here there aren't that many people. It's a very European city. Here, almost 30% of property owners are Europeans. So, a more European city with its unique character. It's an interesting place with huge potential as major developers are coming in. Samaná is developing, and I think soon this will be the fastest appreciating area in the Dominican Republic. These are the 4 most popular districts. We have projects in all of them, so there's something for everyone. Some people like one thing, others prefer different things. All of them are good options. My choice is 2 places. One is Cap Cana as a super luxury area. If you have the money and are ready to spend around $370,000 US on real estate in Cap Cana, then Cap Cana will probably be your first choice. As a second option, we currently have a project where ocean view apartments with 1,350 square feet are priced at $240,000. This is more affordable real estate, although in terms of price growth potential, both in Cap Cana and in Samaná, it will be approximately the same. So you invest less, but the rent you get when you're not using the apartment is also lower in Samaná. However, in percentage terms, it's about the same. Another advantage of Las Terrenas is there is a significant shortage of rental properties, so rental prices are high while property prices are still low. Rental income as a percentage may be higher. If we're specifically talking about short-term rentals during the periods when you're not using the apartment, then the net income after deducting all your expenses in Punta Cana, Bávaro, that is, in this region, is about 9% on average, and in Dominicus and Bayahibe, it's approximately 10% overall, typically. Cap Cana is about 13%, and Samaná is up to approximately 15%, let's say, just a bit higher than in Cap Cana. And one last point, even when you're buying property for yourself, it's always nice to see that this particular property is appreciating quickly. The fastest appreciating places in the Dominican Republic are Cap Cana and Samaná, where prices are rising over 10% yearly. In all other areas, you should expect an increase of about 5 to 6%. That's all for today. See you again soon on the channel.